Hello, my name is Kelsey and welcome to Becoming Home. This week I plan to paint one of my small canvases and write an inspiring quote on there for end of the year motivation. It's time to really start gearing up for the holidays, and sometimes something visual like a motivational quote really helps to get me into the right headspace. I didn't have a concrete idea of what I wanted on the canvas, just that I wanted an abstract background for my quote. So I got out all my acrylic painting supplies, all the colors I have, since I wasn't sure what sort of vibe I wanted, my paintbrushes, a palette, fresh water. I had two small canvases to choose from, either a 12 by 9 inch canvas or a 12 by 12 square canvas. I also have a little speaker and my old iPod out in the garage because I always like to listen to music while I paint. Then, I was ready to start. I chose the 12 by 9 inch canvas and started by brushing the entire canvas with water and then adding in gold and silver to create a light metallic wash. By default, I gravitate towards blue and started mixing up a dark blue by adding black. While my metallic wash was still wet, I started adding swaths of blue to the canvas, using horizontal and diagonal brush strokes for texture and interest. I added more water and picked up my canvas to move the wet paint organically. Then I grabbed a toothpick out of the kitchen cupboard and started adding more lines, pulling the wet paint across the canvas as well as adding more paint to the canvas with the tip of the toothpick. I'm only using variations in the dark blue color as well as black to add paint, texture, and dimension to my painting. To add paint and different thicknesses and textures of lines, I sometimes use the tip of the toothpick and sometimes the edge. Sometimes I'm adding paint and sometimes I'm moving around existing paint for different patterns and effects. Then I decided the top third of the canvas was a little bare and decided to go back to the paintbrush to add another swath of watery paint, again moving the entire canvas to swirl the paint naturally. Then back to the toothpick to add dimension to that section. After that, I was fairly pleased with how the piece was looking, so I left to let the very wet paint dry somewhat. About 15 minutes later, with fresh water and clean brushes, I started adding metallic accents. The canvas wasn't completely dry, but it was dry enough that the added gold and silver lines didn't completely merge into the dominant blue. I also mixed the gold and silver together for a less striking color to add texture to the still white spaces on the canvas. This mimicked the original wash, but with more definition to the paint. Then it was time to stop and let the paint dry completely. Once it did, I was torn. My original intention had been an abstract background for a quote, but what had emerged was a dark, moody piece with beautiful gold and silver accents. It was intricately interesting, and I didn't want to cover up any of the detail with letters and words. I decided not to run the risk of ruining a painting that I loved and enjoyed the more that I looked at it. What do you guys think? Did I make the right choice? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to continue seeing more videos like this one. Watch more of my creative efforts by clicking here, or check out my organization videos by clicking here. As always, thanks to everybody out there watching and supporting my channel, and cheers for now.